Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tom Spark and welcome back to another web hosting video. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Hostinger. This is a web host owned by Teslanet. They purchased it a couple years ago, so I thought it would be an interesting review here for the channel since I'm very familiar with NordVPN and those VPN related projects that Teslanet also owns. So today we're going to be checking out to see if it's a good host. Is this something I want to recommend here on the channel? Is it something that really is something I'm looking for and I think you guys are subsequently looking for? So if we take a look at their website, we can already see that they do use some of these marketing tricks that we've seen with NordVPN, having these countdown clock timers on the website that pretty much go every day to kind of incentivize you to purchase a subscription. Not a huge fan of this kind of marketing, and I think they just don't really need to use it. They should just have good deals on all the time. But how do they do in terms of the things we're looking for? Well, it's not really that badly priced. It's pretty affordable for what you get. And in most aspects, it kind of is just a standard web host provider in terms of the pricing. That said, they do include free SSL with the service, which is nice for lifetime. And they do include a domain with most of the plans. I think you do have to get usually a little bit better of a plan than just, the basic one. I was looking at the pricing page here. If you go to web hosting, you could see that you do need to purchase this plan here, so the premium shared hosting, and it does increase the price when it renews, so that's something you also need to keep in mind. One thing I was kind of disappointed though to see is they do not include WHOIS protection, which is a big bummer, because if you look here on their website, it is something you have to add to the cart on checkout, which is something that is included with a lot of the other domains we like here on the channel. So I definitely think they should include that, but it's kind of like an upcharge, which is kind of disappointing seeing how Teslanet does own privacy products like NordVPN. So you think they would automatically include a privacy protective feature like that. They do seem to include Cloudflare protected name servers and stuff like that. So that's kind of cool. But overall, I kind of just wish it was a little bit of a better value proposition with a free protected WHOIS hosting. Now, if you're going to be hosting a website on here, you're going to have to do it yourself or do WordPress. Or you could use some kind of website builder that they might include. It looks like they have some staging tools and stuff like this, cloning folders and stuff like that. But any included website builder or anything like that is pretty much just going to be like standard WordPress solution. It's just strictly kind of a web host. It's not really going to be that good of a website builder experience. When we look at that, we're kind of looking at the difficulty section. We're trying to see, what kind of themes are included, the web builder experience, the customization learning curve, and the back end UI. And for most of all this, it's just going to be like the standard web hosting stuff. Really what we want to see as a benchmark is more of a competitor to Squarespace, something that includes everything within the main subscription, whether that be a website builder that is as good as Squarespace, professional themes as good as Squarespace, the backend analytics, and all those things included within. With something like Hostinger, you're going to have to use WordPress, and it's going to get pricey fast. In my opinion, if you want to have a competitive website, something like Squarespace, you are going to have to pay more for plugins, website builders, and all those things as an extra fee. So you do need to keep that in mind. Like a lot of other web hosts, Hostinger is more of the standard web host, where you're paying more for a remote data center to kind of host your website, and you will probably get decent speeds. There isn't really anything to set your speeds back that much, and you can of course get some of their things like backups and stuff like that, so it's not too bad there. That said, overall, Hostinger, just another standard web host, not really what I'm looking for, not really what I think people are looking for nowadays, with a more complete kind of experience, like I said, with something like Squarespace. Now, what are some of the other things you want to think about when choosing a web host, especially with Hostinger? Well, you want to look at some of the other things. Can you transfer stuff out of it? What is the speed going to look like? Plugin ecosystem and the updates. Well, like I said, for the difficulty section, it's pretty much just standard across the board. You are going to be transfer stuff in and out of the website. You're going to get decent speeds, especially if you pay for the higher plans. And you are going to get access to the WordPress plugin ecosystem or whatever you want to do on the custom side of things. So that's pretty standard there. Overall, guys, what are my final thoughts about Hostinger? Well, there is one last thing I did want to mention. Now, one thing I've noticed is this website here that is called Cyber News. This is a website that reviews websites hosting and best VPNs as well. And one thing you will notice is that this website does really like NordVPN and Surfshark. In fact, they have ads and pop-ups on this website promoting NordVPN. Look what just happened. And it also loves to promote Hostinger. Now, what are in common between Hostinger, NordVPN, and Surfshark? Well, they're all owned or either partnered with Tesonet company, and this website itself is also based in Vilnius, Lithuania, which is actually where NordVPN is based as well. So I do think that is a little bit odd, and I do think that you do need to be careful when looking up reviews on Hostinger just because of stuff and coincidences like that. Just my opinion though, not really trying to say anything there. Anyways, guys, that's my thoughts on Hostinger. And if you decide to check them out, go ahead and check them out on Hostinger's website. Or if you want to see my alternative, I would recommend either Squarespace if you're looking for a better, more complete experience, in my opinion, from what we're looking for here on the channel for what we think is the best for you guys. Or if you're still stuck on going with a standard web host with some of the advantages like speed, transferability, more flexibility, then I think DreamHost is the one to go to, especially because they provide free WHOIS protection. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this one, and I'll see you again very soon.